Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron or Last Days of Europe with me, Avalanche, in Greater Germanic Reich. So, actually, interesting thing, I was looking into the Iraq situation and with the help of some of your comments, I actually think I figured it out. The one that we were actually supporting is the Ba'athist Iraq, which is gone, as it seems. I don't know what happened there. Some said that maybe their capital was occupied, the capital of Najaf, but I thought that they had quite a lot of territory. I still don't know what happened there, and it seems a bit weird, but I'm willing to accept it. We can't win every single battle, and this seemed like a mismanagement on the side of the AI, so yeah, the only thing that I don't understand really here is why it's saying that Iraq ongoing victory. That's a bit weird, but hell, you know, let's just write it off to change of government and sentiment in Iraq. We lost it. Either way, it's done. There was even a comment that I should reload it and try to rectify this because it might seem like a bit of a bug. I think it might seem like a bit of a bug because the way it collapsed, we had a large amount of territory. I don't think that their capital should be that valuable, but either way, whatever. Iraq is out of our grasp for now. But who's not out of our grasp is Saudi Arabia. The war in Sudan and just these two, right? Sudan and Yemen. Yep, Yemen is ongoing and Sudan is ongoing, and we finished Oman and we finished Egypt. So cool. Anyway, what are our forces doing? Their individual units. Okay, so we're trying to encircle this American Marine Division and this unit over here. We're pushing back the Japanese forces and these Japanese forces because for some reason the AI has decided that it's gonna leave this land bridge alone. We're gonna try to push from the north downwards as well, so that we create a bit more of a territory. But I think we're fairly safe because the capital of Dongola is deep within the territory. Same in here, our forces are already moving to respective positions, which is pretty cool. Who of you is actually moving there? Just go and take the territory, goddammit. Sometimes the AI is really annoying me, but I mean, like, really. Okay, we're working on the East Screams. We also, and that is actually a good point. We have a regime stability of 60%, and I think, I actually don't know who mentioned that, but one of you mentioned that, and that was very clever, that we can use the Reich-Nachrichtendienst to boost our stability as well. So we can actually do this. Bribing political enemies for 3 million and media manipulation for 5 million is gonna give us 5 and 2.5%. So I'm gonna take it. Disappear reactionaries. Okay. That's actually a pretty interesting choice. Okay, now let's unpause it and see the progress. See the progress as it unfolds. Okay, you guys really need to go in here. And then we got it, yep. This is going well. The two of you that are actually coming here are going to continue over there. That way we are advancing across the entirety of the line. Okay, we got this. So continue pushing. The Japanese are being disposed of. Okay, we're gonna push towards Al Obeid, actually creating a bigger amount of area here for our control. Okay, you launch a counterattack. Okay, so this is looking pretty good. Wadi Halfa and an attack here. And you guys can attack the Americana here. Good, so that division is gonna get eliminated. Volunteer forces that have been fighting in the Omani Arab Republic has returned home to Pommern. How amazing is that? So you guys are already doing what I wanted you to do, which is great. You are attacking, and you're attacking. So let's send you here, and let's send you here. So we need to continue pushing. These territories are huge, so opening them up is going to be fairly easy. Okay, it's 1st of January 1971. Welcome. And we actually did lower the debt, but the benefit from the business tax is gone and we are back to a huge deficit. GDP is just crashing down, inflation is crashing down. Not doing great, but this all makes me so much happier that I have actually been pushing heavily for send weapons to Yemen Arab Democrats. Okay. That I've been pushing for the reduction of GDP so much because now we can take a benefit out of that. Okay, you no longer need to go there. We're gonna go take Port of Sudan, which is a real place, even if it sounds like it's not. Okay, counterattack. No, El Nahud and then counterattack. Sure, we do have the weapons, so why not send them? Yeah, this territory is getting under our control now. Okay, we're at war with just you. That is pretty cool. So we're gonna seize this area. Oh, you're no longer... Okay, you're gonna go over there, you're gonna take this and then move north. You guys are moving, and I do not want you guys to move into here. You're actually gonna go this way. We're gonna advance this way, and we're gonna try to encircle these forces here. So that's how we roll. Okay, so the American division here was eliminated, which means you guys need a new order, so go over there. Alpha Shear and then Niala sounds like a great choice of targets. And now go to Kadugi. Okay, Sudan is pretty much secure. You guys are moving there, so no need for you to go there. Mozambique aflame. The People's Liberation Army of Mozambique declared war on the Popular Republic of Mozambique. In a shocking news, the pro-OFN government of Mozambique has been overthrown as its leader, President Eduardo Mondlane, forced to regroup in the its leader, President Eduardo Mondlane, forced to regroup in the nation's north following a coup by General Samora Machel, decrying Mondlane for embracing capitalist imperialists and betraying the people of Mozambique. General Machel is alleged by some sources to have his own backers across the ocean in Japan. Reports of sporadic fighting have emerged from all over the recently liberated nation, and now the only question is which side will emerge victorious. Okay, so Mozambique. Mozambique should be somewhere here. Oh, here it is, yep. I was right. Okay, Ludwig nationalism. Will this allow us to send them reinforcements? Because that sounds like something that we might get involved in as well. The Republic of Paraguay declared war on the Republic of Bolivia. Okay, our forces have direct clear targets. Okay, Kaduki is going to be eliminated. I'm gonna go ahead and destroy you, and then turn around and go here. Stirrings in the east. Paraguay invades Bolivia. Okay, let's eliminate some of these forces. You guys are going after Niala, right? Yeah, we might not even get to that point, but we'll see. Oh! Reunification of Turkestan preparation. Okay. That's funny. That is really funny. Paraguay invades Bolivia. For the past few years, the situation in the Chaco region has been relatively stable despite the simmering tensions. However, the oil crisis has destroyed whatever semblance of order that the Chaco enjoyed, as Paraguay has rolled the dice and launched an overwhelmingly large invasion into Bolivia. Most observers see little hope for the fractured Bolivian state, as the disruption caused by the oil crisis may deter regional powers such as Brazil from intervening to halt Paraguay. Furthermore, the armed forces of Bolivia are outnumbered and under-equipped, giving the Paraguayans the chance to finally wave their flag over all of the Bolivian East. Will the Bolivian tragedy continue? So I know that Paraguay has been on the... well, okay. I don't want to be an naysayer here, but these guys got 7 divisions with roughly 55,000 men, and they're facing 10 divisions of roughly 80,000 men, so we'll see. We'll see. And steering in the east, the chaotic situation in Central Asia seems to be coming to a dramatic finale. Turkmenistan has called together a conference of every player in the landlocked heart of Asia to decide on a future for the region. Political turmoil and border disputes have characterized the area for decades. So, where is Turkestan? It has to be here somewhere. Here, Turkestan region, okay. So it's the smallest one of the Asian, or Central Asia, whatever you want to call it, the Central Asian republics. Political turmoil and border disputes have characterized the area for decades, but this conference is the first true solution to emerge from the confusion. It is undoubted that, despite their ideological differences, most of the region will seek unity to combat their neighboring rivals, Iran and Afghanistan. Both are countries plagued by independence movements, domestic upheavals, and international disrepute, a mixture that could spell their defeat should Central Asia rise to fight them. As the conference approaches, our diplomats must be prepared to intervene. While the people of the region might be below us, many are sympathetic to the Bolshevik cause. The Americans are already fostering allies among their ranks, preparing to use them as another piece in the ever-growing Cold War. Meanwhile, the Japanese seek to continue the bedlam and break up the conference so as to aid their fledgling allies in Afghanistan. These are concerning developments, but, thankfully, there is one force in the area interested in aligning with the Reich. The Turkestan region has long sought our help, and while we have sent them some aid previously, it seems it's time to throw our full weight behind our newfound allies. We might have to play along with their delusions of superiority and equality with the true Aryan race, but should they succeed in this conference, we would have secured the gateway to the east for ourselves. To the east! Okay, so the conference is gonna be happening within all of these states. Conflict status. The region, once a starving dog, well, yeah, it's just this thing, is now a fed machine, ready to unite that desolate wasteland into an ally and a foothold of our pact within the once fought unpenetrable Asia. But this unification conflict has hit a speed bump in our analysts, as the local powers decide not upon war, but a democratic meeting on neutral grounds to shape the future of the region. We cannot win with exclusive delegates, but we can, with a strong region and high tensions, win through intimidation or, if needed, war. Okay, so OFN has 300 people, we have 100, and we have 600 unsure. So increased German support. whatever needs to be done will be done. We will increase delegates loyalty. We will increase delegates loyalty however we can. We will begin lobbying support from various factions within Central Asia. Delegate support changed by 30. Suspicion to tension. Okay, so this says nothing about any tension, so let's go with that. Support agent operations. R&D is the best intelligence agency in the world. We will put it to use. Bombings, assassinations will increase tension significantly. We will continue to support German agents within Central Asia that, when their operations complete, will increase tensions within the conference. Command power and political power lowered. The overall tension. Why would we want to increase the tension? It is a pipe dream to imagine all the myriad people of the plains would simply hold their hands together and never argue with each other. Underneath this historical moment, there is a dozen of rivalries and sociological disagreements, be it from ideology or racial matters, all but bubbling underneath. However, if the tensions are sparked high enough, this union will wither and perhaps never rise again. And suspicion. With the Olavan and the Einheitspark delegates hard at work into convincing the thousand to their interest. 300, 400. Oh yeah, there's 1,000 delegates. Okay, gotcha. And voice of the co-prosperity sphere are surprisingly absent in negotiations and courting. If there's too many coincidences and things don't quite add up, Japanese interests will be expelled from the conference. Brute force delegates. We'll have the Turkestan region use threats and violence to pressure more delegates to support German interests while increasing tensions. Delegate supporting us will change by 50, but overall tensions go up. Send advisors to the Legion. Send the Legion after Samarkand. It's going to attack after Iskoshim. Okay, so basically in 365 days, Turkestan or the area will reunite. I'm still not entirely sure who would, because there's Afghanistan, here's Tajikistan, so would it be... Oh, there's also the Korbashi Federation of Turkestan, so would this be all of these, or just Turkestan and these guys? Or these guys as well? I'm not sure which states are including in this, but we should try our best to not break it up, and instead just keep increasing our support. Tensions between the states. We want to send them advisors. Sure, let's send them advisors. And brute force delegates. Okay, at this point we need to get as much support as quickly as possible, so I'm gonna go with that. Wait, distribute propaganda. That's the Reich in crisis, right? Oh yeah, that is the current martial law. Yeah, distribute propaganda. We need to increase the social status. Curtailing public meetings and stuff like that is not in our best interest. We're gonna stop thinking about these because they would increase the tensions. Let's try to win them over instead of breaking them apart completely. So you guys are moving, that is good. I don't want you moving over there. I want you to move over here. Oh, you have an open way to Riyadh. Okay, that is really interesting. That is really interesting. Okay, you guys are moving. You guys are moving. Okay, so we've defeated one of the enemies here. Which means then you guys go here, you guys go here, and you guys go here. We just need to take Port Sudan, and we're done with this. Okay, Riyadh is being defended, but not very well. You started some shit that you can't really deal with. I wouldn't want to be you at this point. Saudi Arabia, hello. The East screams. Okay. Ney Braga elected president of Brazil. The recent Brazilian presidential election has yielded a result. Ney Amintas... Oh god, Mother Russia bleeds. Ney Amintas de Barros Braga and the UDN-backed PDC will enter Planalto Palace as the new tenant. The new president, a retired mayor of the ex-governor of Paraná, is renowned for rationality and moderation, especially in comparison to Lacerda and Quadros. His primary goal in the presidency is to promote Brazil's moral tradition as an antidote to factionalism. He and his party are also anti-feminist in outlook and vehemently opposed to Brazil's nascent counterculture. Braga's program to save the country from the oil crisis eschews UDN orthodoxy and instead exhibits a tendency towards social market thought. He shall bring both old and new from his storeroom. And Mother Russia bleeds. Schörner surveyed the map of Moscow before him. The protest that the Führer, in his weakness, had allowed to overtake Germany proper had since spread far to the east. Through the Baltic, Ukraine, and Poland, Speer's yes-men and collaborators had dallied in dealings with the treason, and it was consuming the once peaceful cities of the Reich, issuing demands for unearned rights or even the overthrow of the local National Socialist Party. Alexis von Reyne had instructed him to follow a similar course, allowing dissent to fester among the Slavs like a rot. Von Reyne had apparently not grasped that without propping up from Germania, he was a figurehead. The true power in Moscovian was concentrated in the hands of the men with the rifles. The protesters had been allowed to concentrate in Friedrichsplatz, what the natives had once called the Red Square. Schörner appreciated the irony. Thus far, he had instructed that the protesters go unmolested, that as many of the rats would be drawn out as possible. To von Reyne's eyes, thus far, he had complied with orders. Now it was time to dispose him of his illusion of control. Ferdinand nodded to the adjutant, who had been lurking by the door, waiting for just such a signal. Upon the map, he had carefully marked a series of streets to be barricaded. Now that the protesters had been contained within the kettle, the barricades would be pushed forward. The tanks would roll down to Friedrichsplatz, the pressure in the kettle would rise, and within it the traitors would boil. For one day, Friedrichsplatz would again become red. Time to demonstrate the favor of Speer's method. Oh god. Oh dear god. Okay, so we get the East Screams done. And now we can start moving towards a solution, because we really need to get to a solution. Was sein muss? We have wasted valuable time flapping our arms in confusion. We must act. An emergency conference must be called in order to decide our response to the crisis. Führer Speer and his partners in reform, the Gang of Four, will come together in an emergency session and chart the course the Reich must follow through these deadly waters. What must stay and what must be jettisoned in order to keep the Reich afloat? There is already one particular large money hole which has been eyed to be sealed up, but would sealing the fissure simply create another in the corridor of power? The emergency meeting commences. And then we have another 120-day muss sein. What has to be, has to be. Okay, well you guys are not doing anything, so take the mom. You guys will go here and over there. Riyadh will now fall. How's this war going? Actually, I'm really interested. World tension is only 30%. Really? That is kinda interesting. Iraqi civil war. Yemeni Arabian war. 48% in favor of us. Okay, they're kinda stronger than I expected. And then destroy these guys. You can march towards Mecca and Jeddah. Now with Riyadh taken. I'm gonna take the man and go over here and far. You guys can go over here, here, and strike at them from the back. We'll try to disperse their forces and eliminate them as much as we can, because they got quite a lot of them there. And I don't think it's a good idea to let them flash their power too much. Okay, we finished the low noise amplification research. Air naval radar integration, pulse amplifier and detection. Naval targeting. Okay, let's go with this one. Air naval radar integration. Coordination between airborne reconnaissance craft and shipboard radar systems is vital in the field of battle. To destroy your enemy, you must see him before he finds you. So this gives us a centimetric gunnery radar, light attack, heavy attack, anti-air, surface detection and sub-detection, and gives us global bonuses. Well, I'm half sure that once we take Port Sudan, this is over. Especially as we are closing on at them. Okay, advanced submarine hull. Now we need the new 1970 nuclear submarine reactor. Okay, so these... oh, they will take them. Cool. So go this way and... actually go this way towards Mecca. We have it going the right way. Mecca is just 3 victory points. How much was Riyadh? 5. Oh, okay, well they're fairly decentralized. Peace conference is over. Okay. With what peace conference? Paraguay and Bolivia, okay. They are no longer at war. You need to take Khartoum. That is now the one that we are after. And you guys can go over here. They have almost nothing left, really. Okay, so you guys can go that way, and you can start eliminating them. And we'll be able to just push here unopposed. No, yeah, do that. I'm gonna close it off. When will they move out? In 16 hours. Ah, okay, well they're running away. We won't be able to take these guys out, but doesn't matter, the rest is gonna fall. I think this is a point where we need to delete that border, because it's messing with us. The opportunism of Frey's. Gerhard Frey surveyed the papers strewn across his desk. Normally covered in documents from his legal practice was a mass of newspapers accompanied by sheets of correspondence with their owners. Oh, that's the lawyer, right? Gerhard smirked. Under these most trying of circumstances, media magnates who previously... Gerhard Frey... Ah, okay, yeah, that's not the Gerhard we know. This is the Gerhard Frey, the lawyer. Under the most trying circumstances, media magnates who previously would have regarded the ongoing crisis as a gold mine, instead were all too eager to divest themselves of newspapers that had become little more than gilded names once they realized the same catastrophe that they have intended to report on was preventing them from printing a single sheet. They had failed to remember that printing presses need power to operate. Their loss was his gain, however. He just wished he had the idea himself. The man opposite him smiled. As Gerhard raised his head, his own face was reflected back at him in the mirrored sunglasses. Warped and shifted by the lenses, he raised his glass of brandy in toast. To your new media empire. Frey mirrored the gesture. I could not have done it without your assistance, of course. He took a sip of the sweet liquor. A fact I hope you will not share with anyone. My involvement naturally must remain confidential. We are permitted a great deal of leeway in our operations, but it would not do to draw any attention. Naturally, I will be only too happy to take the credit. I must confess, though, I wonder at your motives for all this. Reinhard Gavin smiled. I have my reasons. The beautiful partnership. Ah, okay. Gavin. Long time no here. Okay, so Sudan is done. They have won. Amazing. So how are we doing here? Still... No, we have 148. They got 302. Okay. So it seems like they're not getting much of that. Or from that. Okay, you're closing them. Yep. We got you. We got you. And you guys can move towards the book. Okay, you will go over here on the river. You just need to close them off over there. The longer we keep decimating their army, the worse for us. It's 24th of January. Deficit is really high. Negative real growth. Inflation critical. Extremely high deficit. Yeah, I know. It's sad. It's sad and we need more, but we don't have more, so this will have to do. Actually, now you can go to Medina because we are going to close them off here nonetheless. Yeah, they're causing their own trap here. Okay, now you can go there and down. Either way. Holy hell, you're fighting 5 minutes at the same time and you're still winning. Otto, my good man, you are really rocking the boat here. Taking Medina. This has to be way better. Yeah, we got 97%. We're literally just like one city away from taking them. So either Medina or Halil. It's too bad we failed in Iraq, but Yemen is going to have victory. So 4 out of 5, considering we are reacting. Oh god, I don't want to read that. Okay. So you know what? Let's end it here. And we will read these events next time. We'll also finish the war in Saudi Arabia next time, which will officially probably close the conflict. Because, yeah, Iraq, victory, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. But again, I mentioned we're gonna take it off Islamic Republic. I found that we were helping you guys, but maybe not. Weird is getting weirder. And support agent operations. We have 202 and they get 297. Okay. So this is looking good. The tensions aren't that bad. We'll just need to make sure that we keep pulling names. If we do this one more time, we should get to above 300 and then we can just keep doing the peaceful one. Hopefully the tensions are going to drop on their own a bit every single day or something. Well, anyway, thank you very much for joining me. I'll see you next time. Hopefully with this Was Sein Muss and Muss Sein, we are going to be able to finally start doing something. Because right now we're just you know, waiting for everything to fall apart around us. And that's not a good way to go. Well, see you in the next episode.